Hello everyone, I hope everyone is well. Thank you so much for being here guys, and this is your T.G.I.F. Thank God it's Friday, for Friday the 25th of April 2025. So guys, if you are ready, we're going to be starting off with a sign of Aries. The deck that I'm using today is the Thelema Tarot. If you guys would like a reading, my website's down below. If you'd like to join the channel, the link is there too, and of course all the decks are listed. So, are you ready, Aries? Archangel Michael, thank you for joining us. This is the T.G.I.F. reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, masculine or feminine. What do we have for Aries, please? Friday the 25th of April, moving into the weekend and into a new week. I'm hearing someone say, I just feel a little bit all over the place. Okay, maybe Aries, you're busy. You could be, I don't know why I'm hearing compiling paperwork. All right. I'm seeing somebody running around what looks like a kitchen and then into a living room. What have I done with that? Oh, what have I done with that? Where have I put it? Aries, you could be just very busy. You may have lost something. I don't know why I'm hearing this. I'm hearing it slipped behind Michael or under. Behind or under? Under. Oh, it slipped under the microwave. Did you put something on a kitchen surface near to a microwave? It might have scooted underneath the microwave. If you haven't got a wall-mounted microwave, I don't know, guys. I'm just telling you what I'm hearing. Thank you, Michael. Okay, here we go, guys. Now, as you know, this may not be love. We will see. We will see, people. Emperor, straight out with you, Aries. You're taking charge. I'm hearing you're not messing around anymore. Okay, whatever that means. Page of Swords. You're giving someone a difficult message of truth, or you could be having a very stern conversation with a child, even. Okay. Seven of Cups. King of Swords. Ace of Cups. Okay. Michael's saying carry on. Justice. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Aries, you are bringing your life back into balance after feeling heartbroken. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Three of Wands. Looking out across that ocean. Wanting to embrace change. Seven of Wands. And fielding off messages. I'm hearing of anger. Okay, Aries. King of Pentacles. The Devil. You might be dealing with a masculine Capricorn. Aries. Four of Swords. You are in deep contemplation about the energy of the Queen of Pentacles. After a Tower moment. Okay, Aries, Scorpio. Aries, this is a bit of a challenging situation. I feel I'm dealing with an Aries who's in a long-term relationship. You guys don't trust each other. It might be both of you have been cheating on each other, I've got to admit. I think the masculine Aries, if this is you, has given the feminine a difficult message of truth. What are you doing? Are you dating other people? Right? What's going on with you? Whilst Aries, if you're a masculine, you would have been equally strategic because you're also looking for love. So this is a partnership devoid of emotion. Two people lying to each other, pretending they're both faithful when actually they're both cheating. Okay? I think, Aries, if you're a masculine, you're saying to your person, I want justice. I'm feeling heartbroken because you've been cheating on me. Whilst, Aries, you're actually hoping to embrace change yourself and you're fielding off angry messages from your person. The angry messages may be your person that you're in a long-term commitment with saying to you, I'm not cheating on anyone. I'm not interested in anyone else. When actually, I feel, Aries, your person is cheating. Because your person is thinking about a King of Pentacles who could be a Capricorn, contemplating moving into a connection with a guy she's a bit obsessed with, but she's facing a Tower moment from you, Aries, if you're a masculine, because what you're saying to her is, I think you've been cheating on me. Both of you are being strategic with the other. This could be a very complicated situation. Underneath the deck, yeah, Knight of Swords. Okay, a lot of arguments in this partnership. I think both of you, to be honest, are facing Judgment Day. Four of Cups. Neither of you really want to reconcile this relationship. Both of you are holding back from being intimate with the other. I think both of you know that you've been coasting with the energy of Temperance. I think you're going to apologize to each other, to be honest. Page of Cups, and move into a peaceful ending, Aries. You may both have felt left out in the cold for the longest time. You may both have been worried about money, which is why both of you have been cheating. Not happy in this partnership, so you may have been living sort of single lives but still married, lying to the other or blaming the other. Ace of Pentacles. I think both of you are going to separate and decide to part ways. So Aries, this may be you two coming to the realization, all right, okay, let's be honest with each other. We've both been cheating on each other. We've been hanging on to this connection for the stability of it, or maybe because of children. We have a couple of pages here. I think you're going to reach a peaceful resolution and walk away from each other. I feel the animosity, the anger, the upset, the lies, it's all going to dissipate. It's going to be blown up by the divine. And you two are going to go your separate ways, you know? All right, briefly dipping into the angel messages. Thank you, Michael. I think you're both going to realise there is someone better out there for you, both of you. And I think both of you are going to be recovering from the ending of this connection. And a year from now, I think both your situations are going to improve, okay? You're either going to be moving forward, enjoying the single life, or you're going to be meeting partners that are more aligned with who you are. I'm hearing now. So maybe you guys married very early on in life and you two have both changed. You're no longer heading down the same path. Maybe, Aries, you guys have just grown apart. But I do feel that there will be a peaceful resolution, okay? You guys are going to peacefully separate, divide the money, and be honest with each other. I think that's what the divine is asking you to accept. So Aries, there we go. A little bit of a longer reading for you, but I think it was necessary. Moving now to the sign of Taurus. So my beautiful Taurians, here we go, guys. Let's jump in. See what's going to be happening for you. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Taurians? Friday, the 25th of April, moving into the weekend and into a new week. What do we have for my lovely Taurians? Thank you, Michael. Okay, Taurus, I'm hearing someone say to themselves, I finally feel at peace. Okay, Taurus, maybe you've recently had a bit of a roller coaster in your personal life or in work. You finally feel at peace because a cycle's closed out, maybe successfully for you. All right, guys. The Three of Pentacles. Yes. Ace of Cups. It's working out, Taurus. Page of Pentacles. Justice. The King of Wands. Taurus, this is you working very successfully in rebuilding a foundation with someone. This could be a love interest. You may have closed out a cycle, got divorced. There might have been child support given. And I think you're heading into a connection with a King of Wands. Now, you could have ended things with a King of Wands, but let's carry on and see what else comes through. The Nine of Cups. The Three of Cups. The Queen of Cups. The Nine of Swords. Okay, looking back at the past, Taurus, I am connecting with a female Taurian who I think found their partner cheating. Taurus, you may have gone through a divorce. You may have finally settled money here. And you're thinking of a new relationship, I think, with a King of Wands, possibly an Aries, Leo, Sag. You ended a partnership because you found out your person was being overindulgent in third-party energies, possibly specifically was cheating on you with the Queen of Cups. And with the Nine of Swords, you were really stressed about this. You're looking back at the past, Taurus, remembering the stress. Ace of Swords. You're no longer thinking about the past. Page of Swords, you've spoken your truth. Six of Pentacles, you may have finalised a divorce. Seven of Cups, you have been looking at options in love. And Taurus, you've left the building. You're moving forward now. Now, you could, for some of you, be also relocating. But Taurus, this is really good news. Underneath the deck, Taurus, we have you, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. So I feel, Taurus, you may have been standing at crossroads relating to a long-term commitment. You may have been in a long-term commitment with an air sign or even a Virgo. Whoever this person was very strategic and sat in the Knight of Wands. They weren't faithful to you. You spent a long time thinking about what you wanted to do about this because there was a sense of heartbreak about the past, okay? I think, Taurus, you were really burdened thinking, what do I do? Do I end this relationship? I think you decided to do it. You ended up manifesting a peaceful ending with the World. You close this out. You close this out. And I think, Taurus, with the energy of the Fool, you have taken a leap of faith towards somebody that you may be realizing you're falling in love with. Okay? I think that person's this King of Wands. So you have detached from a strategic Virgo in particular, sorry my Virgo masculines, or maybe an air sign who was very disconnected from you, distanced themselves from you, and you're moving forward. Beautiful. So, Archangel Michael, what does this King of Wands want to say to my lovely Taurians? Everything happens for a reason. That's how I know that this separation was all planned to bring us closer together in the end. So either that means you've separated from your partner, so you can now be with the King of Wands, or you fully divorced your partner, but you have been in separation from a man you were very attracted to, because Taurus, you may have tried to patch up a marriage. You may have thought, no, I'm going to stick with it. Yeah. I'm ending things with someone else because I only want to be with you. Okay, Taurus, both of you are ending long-term commitments to be together. Beautiful. Okay, guys. So I'm leaving that there, Taurus, moving to the sign of Gemini. So, Gemini, here we go, people. Let's jump in and find out what the cards have to say. So, Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Geminis? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do we have for Gemini? Friday, the 25th of April. Can't believe we reached April, guys. Towards the end of April. What do we have for my Geminis? Thank you, Michael. I'm seeing somebody spotting someone else on the street and turning the corner very fast. It's as if, oh gosh, don't want to see that person. You may, Gem, you may be avoiding someone. We will see. I'm getting a bit of a nervous, oh, okay, hope they haven't seen me type of energy. 6 of Swords, Gem. Page of Wands. 3 of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. The Hangman. The High Priestess. The 2 of Cups. The Page of Cups. The 4 of Pentacles. The 4 of Swords. The 4 of Wands. The 8 of Pentacles. The Strength card, Leo. And the Magician. Okay. Gemini. So, interesting gems. Underneath the deck, yeah, is the 4 of Cups. Okay, Gem. This is reconciliation, guys. This is reconciliation. What we have here, I might be connecting with a masculine. I might be. I think, Gem, there was a massive blow up. You've just managed to move to calmer waters after a big argument. It left you feeling heartbroken because somebody separated from you, got in their car, packed their bags and said, okay, Gem, I'm leaving you. Because they saw things from a different perspective. They realised, Gem, you had potentially fallen in love with somebody else. They may have used their intuition. They may not have said anything for quite a long time, but they may have realised, Gem, that you might have fallen in love with a third party. I think there was an apology. There was a long discussion about children. You may have been talking about, do we separate? Do we stay for the kids? I think with the 4 of Pentacles, your person, despite the fact that you cheated, was keen to hang on to this. And you thought very carefully, Gemini, about a property and about working on holding back your passions to manifest the 10 of Cups with your partner. So basically, everything's now sorted out. We do have reconciliation, but the person that caused the problems was the Queen of Wands. Yes. So, now this is the other person. This is the third party that I think, Gemini, you got wrapped up in. You took a leap of faith and a risk with a third party. It ended up bringing you nothing but stress with the 9 of Wands because you were married with the energy of the Hierophant. You realised that this was completely toxic. You might have been married to a Taurus or a Capricorn. A lot of sleepless nights, okay? Feeling really, really confused. Do I leave or not? I think, Gemini, you guys have patched things up. I think there's been a lot of talk about mending the situation, getting closer. Maybe what's been missing in the partnership, what do we need to work on? And you are now back manifesting a lot of happiness and closeness with your partner once again. I think you're holding back from the Queen of Wands, Gem. You've made a decision to do that. So let's have a look, Gemini, and see what you'd want to say to maybe your wife or your long-term partner, baby mama. Yeah. Gemini, you ended things with the Queen of Wands. I'm ending things with someone else because I only want to be with you. You may have realised, Gemini, how much you'd lose. Maybe the respect of your children, maybe a lot of money, maybe a property. You realise, Gemini, it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. I think you're working on your partnership. I believe, Gem, you feel closer maybe to your partner than ever before. Yeah, because this is true love. You're with the right person. True love is the most powerful magic of all. I know in my heart that our love will conquer any storm. This was a storm. This Queen of Wands got involved in your partnership. She may have been very seductive. She may have talked to you about ending your marriage, if that's relevant. I think, Gemini, you did consider it briefly, but what you realised was, you know what, I still love my partner. Yes, maybe the passion's gone. Yes, maybe we need to work on this. But when it came down to you making a decision to leave your partner, because I think she separated from you for a period of time, I think you realised what you'd have to lose, what you would lose, and you came back. Yeah? Beautiful, Gem. This is a reconciliation. So, I hope that's helped. We're now moving to the sign of Cancer. Okay, my beautiful Cancerians, are you ready? Let's find out what's going to be going on for you guys. Archangel Michael, what do we have, please, for my lovely Cancerians? Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Friday, the 25th of April. Heading into a new week. What do we have for Cancer? Thank you, Michael. Why do I feel, guys, that in the last 3 readings, there's been a sense of people putting their hand in the air. Yes, I cheated. I'm really sorry. Okay, you cheated as well. Let's end it peacefully, or let's try and reconcile. People, I feel, are maybe facing the truth and being, you know, open and honest about what's been going on. There's a sense of, well, why hide it? Okay, yeah, that's what I did. How do you feel? Okay, that's how you feel. Do we want to sort this out? Do we want to reconcile peacefully? Or do we want to let it go? It's kind of matter of fact. But people seem to be doing the right thing somehow at this period of time. It may be to do with the planetary shifts, not sure. So, Cancer, back to you. The World. Okay, you closed out a cycle. And with the Page of Swords, you have spoken your truth, which is, okay, this is over. Very straight. 6 of Cups. There may have been some awkward conversation about the past. It might be that with the 3 of Cups, your person, Cancer, may have admitted to stepping out on you in the past. The Hangman. And you are now seeing things differently, Cancer. Okay. 10 of Swords. There was a sense of betrayal. With the 9 of Cups, you felt betrayed because somebody was being overindulgent. 6 of Swords. You've now managed to smooth the waters over. There's still a sense of, I wish this hadn't happened, but I feel, Cancer, you've closed out a very challenging cycle. 7 of Wands, you're keeping yourself to yourself. You may be pushing away a Sagittarian for some of you with Temperance and the 7 of Wands. Or you may simply want your peace, Cancer, right? Yeah, because there was sabotage in this connection. Somebody sat on their high horse wanting to win. And I think the burden was too much for you to cope with. Underneath the deck, my beautiful Cancerians, wow, we have the Empress and the Emperor. My goodness. Maybe husband and wife. Okay. The Lovers, Gemini. I think, Cancer, potentially, there was either someone here who met their true divine twin and their connection was so strong they had an affair. You could have been the true divine feminine. You could have been the wife who was cheated on. Somebody had to make a choice here. Yeah, because of the Knight of Wands. We do have a Queen of Wands. So guys, we have an Emperor and Empress and a Queen of Wands. Yeah. I think with the Knight of Swords, there was a massive argument. But I think after a lot of contemplation, you two decided with the Ace of Swords to just bring this to a close. It's as if neither of you really wanted to spend days, weeks arguing about this, going over the past. Why did you do this? Why did you do that? I think you two have come to the conclusion that this is done. You still feel, Cancer, a little bit burdened because you may believe that your person sat in ego, wanting to have a fling, right? But Cancer, I think you're at peace. A cycle's been closed, a lot of conversation about the past, maybe about a third party who might have been a Pisces for some. Pisces or a fire sign. There was betrayal and overindulgence, but you've moved to calmer waters. You're not interested in reconciling. You're being a bit defensive. You're trying to bring peace to your life after sabotage and someone wanting to win that you'll still feel a bit burdened about. But Cancer, I think you've ended the cycle. I think you've ended the cycle, Cancer. High Priestess, yeah. I think you're no longer talking to your person, but you're at peace. You're at peace because it's over, okay? All right. So here we go, moving into angel answers. Within the next few months, so Cancer, you are now single. You could be working on a divorce, you could have separated from your person, but you are at peace. You've accepted this and you're at peace. Within the next few months, listen to your intuition, Cancer. Okay. There will be success. Beautiful. Okay. Pertaining to romance, Cancer, you're going to meet someone else. I think this was long overdue. I think, Cancer, you realised your person wasn't being faithful to you. There might have been a conversation about the past, a conversation about children. Do we reconcile? Seeing things differently, feeling betrayed. But, Cancer, you're at peace. You've accepted this. And there is love coming in the future, within the next few months. Okay? So, guys, all's well that ends well. Moving now to the sign of Leo. Hey, 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 my lovely Leos. How's it going? Happy Friday. So what do we have for my gorgeous Leos? Thank you, Michael. Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, masculine or feminine. What do we have for my Leos? Thank you, Michael. I'm hearing someone say to themselves, thank God for that. Okay, Leo, you may have been waiting for something in anticipation, keeping your fingers crossed. It might have been quite a long wait. It might have also been, I'm hearing 50-50. Okay. Two of Cups. Page of Swords. The Chariot. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. I'm seeing two people on the phone and they're both very emotional. I think, Leo, this is you keeping your fingers crossed that your person feels the same. You may have been sitting on the fence. You might have popped the question, or you might be proposing, Leo, in the next, I'm hearing 3 weeks. Okay. Yeah. I think, Leo, you are deciding to make it work with someone that you've fallen in love with. This is almost, Leo, you saying to your person, look, okay, the blunt truth is I'm head over heels in love with you. For God's sake, please move forward with me. I think we make each other incredibly happy. And your person, Leo, may have said to you, I'm not sure. Your person may have said to you, I don't know, it's a bit fast. Or your person, Leo, may have needed to separate from someone else to make this happen. So you've either already admitted that you're in love with this person, Leo, and waited for their reaction. Or Leo, this is coming up. Yeah, 3 of Cups. So this is you celebrating, Leo, because your person's basically saying yes. Ace of Wands. Leo, this might have started as simply a one-night stand. You felt really burdened because you realised that you might have left this person, dated other people, and then realised that you'd fallen in love with this person, but you might have not spoken to them after you guys got hot and heavy. Yeah, you felt burdened, Leo, because you headed off thinking the grass was greener. You might have thought, oh gosh, I felt a really strong connection with that person. But yeah, maybe we'll just leave it as a casual thing. No, Leo, you fell in love with this person. You did. It's almost as if you were trying to push the feeling away because you may have felt, is it too soon? Is it too early? No, I mean, Leo, this might have been love at first sight. You may not have wanted to acknowledge that. You may have thought, no, okay, it was possibly just chemistry. No, Leo, you fell in love with this person. I'm connecting with a masculine Leo who fell in love with somebody they had a one-night stand with. Yeah, you looked at other options, Leo, but what you realised was you were kidding yourself. You were kidding yourself. This was your person. Victory and success, Leo. You're now working in partnership with this person, or you will be. The Hangman, they could be a Pisces, okay. You may be saying to this person, I am so sorry it took me this long to recognise this connection. I'm so sorry I scooted off and dated other people. I should have recognised you were the one. I was sitting in a bit of ego. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, Leo, this is you maybe even relocating to your person's area or saying to this person, please move in with me, right? I'm really serious about this. I'm in love with you. It's as if you can't hold it back anymore because you're realising, Leo, you've been kidding yourself. Who am I kidding? This is my person, you know? Underneath the deck, guys, Knight of Wands. Yeah, Leo, this is a one-night stand. I mean, just simply that. This is a person that you just couldn't forget. Lovers. You couldn't forget this person, Leo. You walked away from them, 8 of Cups, but then you realise what you've done. 9 of Wands. Oh my God, what have I done? I've left my person. I've left the person I'm supposed to be with. I've walked away from them. 2 of Pentacles. You were then thinking, okay, well, what do I do? Not sure. 4 of Pentacles. I don't want to lose this person, but you held back because you were scared, Leo, of saying to this person, look, I know it's crazy, it was a one-night stand, but I think you're the one. I think we're supposed to be together. You're taking charge, Leo. Page of Pentacles is turning up at this person's house or contacting them to say, look, I'm really sorry, but I do want to see you. You know, please give me 5 minutes. What you're going to say is, oh my gosh, Emperor. 4 of Wands. I mean, this is you meeting your true divine twin. Yeah. 9 of Swords. This is you really stressed out because you treated this woman like a one-night stand, like a Queen of Wands, when actually she was the pre-Empress, right? And I think the divine called Judgment Day. Leo, what are you doing? You have met your true divine twin. You've now got to have the courage to go back to this woman to say, I'm really sorry, I feel like an idiot, but you were the one. You are the one. Leo, yeah, this is unbelievable. Ace of Swords, you know the truth. The truth is you manifested, right, your true divine feminine, Leo, the Empress, Empress. Yes, so Leo, you are racing back to this woman to say, look, you probably don't want to talk to me. You probably think I'm the biggest player in history, But the truth is, I think you're my person. I think we should get married. What do you think? Beautiful, Leo. What would you want to say to your person? This is a love story, guys. Your person's going to be a bit flawed. I know that we have a deep soul connection. The love I feel for you has always been there. Leo, you may be getting down on one knee. You may be getting down on one knee, Leo. This is your person. This is your feminine. I see you in everyone I meet. You're constantly running through my mind and my heart. Yeah, Leo, you met the one. So guys, a beautiful reading for you. Now, Leo, I don't know. You could be the divine feminine that this guy is racing towards. Take it as it resonates, okay? But we're moving swiftly to the sign of Virgo. Okay, beautiful Virgos. Let's jump in and see what the cards have to say. Archangel Michael, thank you for joining us. What do we have for my lovely Virgos? Guys, why am I feeling so nervous? Oh, I don't know. It's like my stomach's gone up to my throat. You may be feeling very nervous, Virgo, for some reason. Are you about to do something? Say something? I've just seen the Star card. Are you about to communicate with an Aquarian? Or somebody sat in the energy of the Star? I can't keep these cards in my hands. Virgo, what's going on, guys? Let's have a look. Temperance. Sagittarian energy. You're being guided by the angels here, Virgo. The Hangman. Pisces energy. Okay. 8 of Wands. You're communicating here, Virgo, with a Pisces or a Sag, potentially, about past mistakes. Virgo, this could be an apology from you to someone. You're apologizing about a choice you made, possibly relating to a Gemini. Or Virgo, are you admitting to someone here that you weren't single when you met this person? Did you just ghost them? And now you're thinking, okay, I really want to be back in this person's life, so I've got to admit the truth. Yeah. The truth was, Virgo, you were sitting in deceptive energy. I'm sorry, guys. 10 of Wands. And you felt really, really guilty about that. I think since that time, you've been doing a lot of contemplation, a lot of thinking. Do I admit the truth? That I was actually strategic. You're coming through as a King of Swords. The Chariot. Cancerian energy. 3 of Cups. You're racing back to someone here, Virgo, basically saying to this person, the reason why I left abruptly, or the reason why I disconnected from you, was that I was actually heading towards somebody else. I chose somebody else on the quiet, or I pretended that we were dating, but actually I was having an affair on you. Virgo, you're spilling out all this news. Virgo, it's as if you are symbolically bowing down to this person saying, please forgive me. I don't think you will forgive me, but I need your forgiveness because I have just been sat in this really stressed, heavy energy about what I did to you. I don't know if you'll ever take me back, but I'm really wanting to be with you. I'm really wanting to reconcile. Do I have a chance with you? Wow. You really want to work on this, Virgo. You want to work on reconciliation. And with the energy of the Knight of Pentacles, Virgo, you are coming in with a stable offer to commit. It might have been a long time coming. And I think with the Sun, Virgo, you're doing this because you simply want to be back in this person's energy. They could have a beautiful aura. This person is high vibe. This person makes you happy. You can see yourself expanding and growing with this person. And so you are returning to them with a sincere apology for the past, a sincere apology for choosing a lover, choosing somebody else, sitting in the Seven of Swords. Everything's coming out, Virgo. You're going to express the truth. You're ready to answer this person's questions. And you are simply keeping your fingers crossed that they will say, okay, let's work on this, because you definitely want to, okay? You're working on putting your feet under the table with this person because simply, Virgo, what you've realized is you don't want to be with anyone else. Beautiful. Underneath the deck, Virgo, Ace of Swords. The truth is going to be spoken, no holds barred. You're prepared for this person to be angry and upset and to fire questions at you. You're ready for that. You're going to admit you were sat in the energy of the devil. You were sat in toxic energy. With the Seven of Wands, you were very defensive, okay? And with the Eight of Cups, you did walk away from this person. What you're realizing now, Virgo, is the Death card, Scorpio. Ace of Cups. Virgo, you want this person. I think you want to marry this person. Taurian energy. And we've got the Four of Wands. Virgo, you could be proposing. You could be proposing. Wow. That's the second reading where I feel we may have someone here proposing. You're guided by the angels. You're seeing this person differently to communicate the mistakes you made in the past. I had a choice between you and someone else. I chose the wrong person. Gemini energy with the Lovers. Seven of Swords. I wasn't honest with you about that. I pretended I was just busy, or I pretended there was another reason. No, Ten of Wands. I felt really bad. I didn't tell you the truth. The truth is, I was strategic in some way. I left you to be with somebody else, but I want to work on this now. I'm ready to commit because simply you make me incredibly happy. I think this is a proposal, Virgo. Yes. So, Virgo, what would you want to say to your person? This is cards on the table. I love you. I'm sorry I wasn't sat in the light in the past. I am now. I've ascended and you're the one, right? I want to be honest and tell you what's really going on in my life right now. Yeah. Yeah. Virgo. They say you don't know what you've got until it's gone. The truth, I always knew exactly what I had, but I just thought that I would never lose it. I'm sorry, I really messed it all up. Oh, Virgo. Virgo. I don't know, guys. There's a lot of major arcana in this reading. This could be enlightenment. The devil was you fighting your shadow. An angel card. This could be Four of Wands, 1111, spiritual connection. You could be proposing to the person you know as your true divine twin. Yes, this journey was never easy, but it was worth it, and I don't regret any second of it. I love you so much, it hurts. Virgo, this reminds me of the twin flame journey. I think you chose someone else. I don't know what you said to this person that you left behind. What you're realizing now is they're the one. They're the one. So you're moving towards them, cards on the table. I really want to be honest with you about everything. And then you're just going to sit there holding your breath, hoping this person's going to forgive you. Let's put you out of your misery, Virgo. What are they going to say to you? Okay. I just can't stop loving you. It's as if the love is very, very strong. Despite the fact you may have lied to this person, sat in your shadow, chosen someone else, right, Virgo? They can't stop loving you. But this isn't somebody playing victim. This is somebody who might have known all along that you were their true divine twin. And they might have just been waiting, Virgo, for you to get it, for you to ascend, and to move back towards them in a beautiful energy of integrity. And that is what you're doing. Perfect. So from here, we're moving to the sign of Libra. So Libra, are you ready, guys? Let's delve in. I don't know why I'm hearing the phrase once bitten, twice shy. So what do we have for my gorgeous Libras? Thank you, Michael. You may be a bit nervous. There could be somebody approaching you, Libra, and you're thinking, oh no, don't break my heart, right? Let's see, there's a lot going on in my head. As in music coming in, conversation coming in. I can't pinpoint anything right now. Let's just see. The Hangman. Wow, this card has come out a lot. Okay. Ace of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. Seven of Swords. The Moon. The Ten of Pentacles. The King of Cups. The Three of Wands. The Eight of Pentacles. Libra, you've got someone moving towards you from a distance wanting to work on this. Okay? Now this person could be a Pisces masculine. Libra, this could be somebody who left you to have a one-night stand with someone else, possibly an earth sign. They kept this under wraps. They didn't want you to know about this, Libra. It might be because you'd see them in a different light. I think this person might have been duped by this Queen of Pentacles because they may have found out she was married, okay? And I think, Libra, this person has been thinking about communicating with you to say, I am so sorry for walking away from you. I want to work on this now. Five of Swords. They know, Libra, that they sabotaged this with you in the past. They left you for someone else. They, I think, are going to be very honest with you about that. Yeah. They left you to chase somebody else, Libra. Only to find out, I think, Libra, that this woman, Queen of Pentacles, was married. Now, Libra, interesting. Either this is denoting the fact that this woman was married, just wanting a fling. So this guy left you to chase after a woman that he later found out was married. Ten of Pentacles, King of Cups. This guy could be a King of Cups, or he might have found out that this woman was married to a King of Cups and just wanted to use him for a fling. Or Libra, what he's realizing is, because the Empress can be your energy, this is a very strong soul connection. And again, guys, this could be your true divine twin. That's come out such a lot. Two of Swords. So Libra, he's either coming forward to you to say, I blocked this other woman because she wasn't honest with me. She pretended she was single and I realised she was married, and then I realised that I should have chosen you to begin with. You may be sitting there, Libra, with a smirk on your face, thinking, well, you should have, you know, well, you shouldn't have run off in the first place. True. Yeah. This is karma for this guy. Or Libra, he's leaving a Queen of Pentacles because he's realizing that you're the one he wants to marry, but you may not be quite so sure. Two of Swords is, I don't know. Are you going to run off again? I'm not sure. So Libra, this is somebody from your past. Yeah, Six of Cups. This is somebody from your past who chose the wrong person. The Death card, Scorpio, they want to transform the situation because they know they're in love with you. I think, Libra, it's going to be a Tower moment for you. It's kind of, oh my gosh, really? Yeah, this person's bringing you justice. Okay. Justice for the toxic energy, or you, Libra, may have a Capricorn moving towards you who's going to tell you the truth and say, I've ended things with somebody else. I just want to be with you. Yeah, this is somebody who wants to be with you. Ace of Cups. So Libra, you have to make a decision as to whether or not you want to open the door. You may want to think about it for a few days. If you know deep down, Libra, that you did meet your true divine masculine and you are the divine feminine energy, then this is going to be very difficult to say no to because the connection is very strong. Or this could be you hearing this guy out, and this guy is going to be saying to you, you know what, I'm sorry, I treated you like a one-night stand. I ran after another woman, but she lied to me. What she was hiding was she was in a long-term commitment with another guy. I wanted to return to you to work on this, but I thought, no, I sabotaged the connection. You're not even going to want to speak to me, right? You're going to call me out. But I can't help it. I want to reconcile with you because you're my person. You have to make a choice, Libra. Are you going to take this person back or not? Should we see what they want to say to you? Let's do that. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Libras, please? I miss you so much. I want to see you soon. Yeah, this guy really misses you, Libra. From the very first moment that I looked into your eyes, I knew that we belonged together like yin and yang. Okay. So despite the fact, Libra, that this person kind of knew you were the one, they might have been seduced by a woman who was married, or they basically headed off and had a fling with somebody else. And now they're coming back feeling mortified, wondering whether or not you're going to slam the door in their face. Well, it's up to you, Libra. You all have different situations out there. Okay, so there we have it. All right, we're moving now to the sign of Scorpio. Hey there, Scorps. Let's get into this for you. I don't know why I'm seeing somebody standing, waiting for a train to come in. Standing on a platform, waiting for a train. You could be arranging to meet someone, Scorpio. Or you could be about to take a train to travel somewhere. What do we have for Scorpio, please, Michael? Thank you. Why do I feel, Scorpio, you want to break the routine? I feel as if, Scorpio, you want to break the routine. You could simply be going on holiday. I feel as if you just want to get out of what might have been a really stagnant routine. Could be in your everyday life. It could be in a work routine. Yeah. The Fool. Aries energy. Okay. The Three of Cups. Scorpio, you are taking a leap of faith here to reunite with someone. You could be reuniting with an Aries. Eight of Cups, you're traveling to see someone to say, how about it? You're traveling, I think, to see an Empress, Scorpio. I don't think this is you taking a leap of faith in reconciling with someone. I think, Scorpio, you are heading towards an Empress. Could simply be a woman who's a bit older than you. Could be a Libra, could be a Taurus. But she's going to be a bit defensive. Okay. All right. Because maybe with the Six of Pentacles, you breadcrumbed her before. And you stood at crossroads for way too long afterwards. And it's been a long time coming. Okay, Scorpio. You're looking back thinking, oh my goodness, first of all, I breadcrumbed her, right? I made her feel as if I didn't really want a relationship with her. And then I stood at crossroads thinking, well, do I want to be with her or anyone else or someone else? And it's been a long time coming. Okay, Scorpio, you think this woman is well within her rights to push you away, but you're going to go for it anyway. Yeah, Knight of Cups. Okay. This is you putting your cards on the table, Scorpio. I love you. I'm sorry I breadcrumbed you. I'm sorry I sat on the fence. I'm sorry I had to choose. I'm sorry I didn't know really what I wanted. I'm sorry it's taken me so long. What do you think? You're moving towards this Empress, Scorpio, kind of keeping your fingers crossed she's not going to turn you away. Yeah, you're also going to be apologizing, okay? The Wheel of Destiny. You want to move into a new cycle with this woman, Scorpio. You feel with the Wheel of Destiny that she was the one, but maybe you couldn't see it at the time, or maybe you weren't ready to commit. But you know, Scorpio, Two of Cups, you know you're in love with this woman. Deep past life soulmate. And I think with the Death card, Scorps, you are ready to change your life to make it work with this woman. You may feel, Scorpio, that given what happened in the past, the only way that she would take you back is if you said to her, okay, I'm really serious. I mean, we're talking about moving in together in the future, getting engaged, getting married, planning a life. You know that the only way she would take you back is if you're really serious. Yeah, Chariot, you're on your way. You're getting on that train. You're getting on the plane. You're ready. You're ready to move forward. Wow, guys. Underneath the deck, my Scorps. Oh, you could be sat in your masculine energy. Could be dealing with a guy. King of Cups. You're in love, Scorpio. But Knight of Wands. You sat in the Knight of Wands with this woman before. You left her very disappointed. I don't know, Scorps. You may have made her feel as if it was just about the passion, right? She may have thought you were a bit of a sex addict. I don't know. You could have come across, Scorpio, as the only thing you wanted to do was sleep with this woman. The truth was, Scorpio, back then, you did have a lot of other women who were interested in you. You could take your pick, Scorpio. But what you realized you want to do is leave those other options behind, move back towards this woman to say, I'm ready for marriage. Hierophant, I'm ready. I'm ready for a life with you, is what I'm hearing, okay? God, guys, do we have another proposal? Yeah, Scorpio, you want to put the work in. You want to put the work in. This is your person. This is your person. Okay, well, Scorpio, should we see what she's going to say? What is this woman going to say, please? What is this person going to say if you approach her to say, all right, let's get married, right? Goodness me. Okay, Scorpio, you're going to have to be prepared for her to say to you, but you sabotage this connection. Okay, you left me in heartbreak, Scorpio. Maybe the last time you spoke there was an argument. Okay. Ace of Pentacles, and she may, Scorpio, be moving. She may be moving. What are you going to say to that? Well, you know, can we not at least patch up the foundation of this? I'm really sorry, 5 of Cups, for what happened in the past. I'm really sorry for sitting in the 7 of Swords. Queen of Swords, you've got every right to be a bit blunt and a bit cold with me. Okay, Scorpio. I'm sorry, guys. It may be tough to hear this, but she may say to you, I really don't know if I want this. It might be too late. You may feel too much damage was done. This is you valiantly moving towards her to say, look, I'm really sorry for what happened, but I do love you. I am ready to commit. I do want this. But it does seem, Scorpio, as if all she can remember is you sabotaging this, breaking her heart, having an argument with her, and it's as if you got to be kidding me. You're now coming back to sort of propose? I don't think so. So, Scorps, you may want to hold back from proposing, bless you. You may need to move towards this woman to express what's happened since the last time you spoke, your mindset, your feelings. Take it really slowly. I'm almost getting, Scorps, you may have to start building a friendship with this woman first. If you jump in and propose, I'm almost getting her sat the Queen of Swords angry. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. You're proposing? You sabotaged this. You broke my heart. We had a massive row. You betrayed me, right? And you're proposing? I don't think so. Scorpio, if you don't want a flat no, you've got to take it really, really slowly. Okay? Yeah. All right. But I think you're ready to get hitched. King of Pentacles. All right. So, Scorpio, what would you want to say to this woman? I pretend that I'm happy without you, but the truth is that I'm heartbroken over you. Okay. There's a lot of regret. There's a lot of regret about the past. I know in my heart that someday, somehow, we'll be together again. You simply feel, now, Scorpio, you simply feel that you guys are meant to be together. Okay? But take it slowly with this woman. She's going to be sat in the Queen of Swords when you approach her. Okay? All right, guys. Moving to the sign of Sagittarius. So, my gorgeous Saggies, here we go, guys. Let's jump in and see what's going to be happening. So, Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Sagittarians, please? Friday, the 25th of April, 2025. What do we have for my lovely Sagittarians? Thank you, Michael. Sag, I'm hearing the words the odd one out. You may somehow feel as if you're the odd one out. Maybe you've got a really unusual career. Okay. The moon. Bless you. All right. You might be thinking about a Cancerian. We've got the crab there. The moon for me is usually the card of Cancer. Or you could be hiding something, Sag, or sitting in a bit of fear. You may be hiding, Sag, the fact that you're in a relationship, or you may be hiding the fact that you're sat on the 10 of Pentacles. Page of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. You may be apologizing, Sag, to a Queen of Pentacles for something that you kept hidden. You're apologizing for holding back from the Queen of Pentacles and hanging on to your money. King of Swords. You may have been a little strategic, or you may have sought legal advice to hang on to the 10 of Pentacles because you wanted to win, because you wanted to feel as if you'd achieved something major here. But with the 10 of Swords, it might have caused someone else to feel betrayed. Oh, Sag. Because you knew what you did was a bit risky. Okay. The Four of Swords, you've been really thinking about this, Sag. You're thinking about a big argument you had with someone. You're realizing there was a lot of heartbreak that came after you made this decision. And maybe harsh words were spoken with the Eight of Wands. And you may have had to talk about the past with the Six of Cups. Underneath the deck, the Ace of Pentacles, you're deciding, Sagittarius, to move, maybe separate from someone or move, actually just relocate. Yeah, I mean, Ace of Pentacles, Chariot is, I'm moving. Queen of Swords. With a Queen of Swords, why do I feel, Sag, you're coming through as a King of Wands? With a Queen of Swords, Sag, there may be somebody asking you some very straight questions. With the Eight of Swords, you're going to be in your head because you want to move into a calm place in your life. You don't want any more arguments. You don't want disagreements. You want to move to calmer waters. I think you're going to try and mend a situation, Sag, by bringing someone an olive branch and saying to that person, I want to work on telling you the truth. I want to work on telling you the truth, okay? Sag, this is you putting your cards on the table, saying to someone, I realise that what I did hurt you. I realise that what I did caused you to feel betrayed. I sat in ego, I was strategic, I hid my true situation. Sag, as a masculine, you may simply have hidden the fact that you were married. You may have dated a Queen of Pentacles, and this is you moving towards her to express the truth. I'm sorry, I lied to you. I'm not actually single. I was strategic. I wanted to win you, but I realised that you felt betrayed because I took a risk in jumping towards you. I've been thinking about this, thinking about the arguments, thinking I caused you heartbreak. Eight of Wands, I want to talk to you about what happened in the past. So you are going back to a woman, Sag, that you dated that might have left your life because you were holding back from her. You were being a bit secretive and a bit elusive. I think, Sag, you're wanting this Queen of Pentacles back, but to get her back, to have the hope of reuniting, you're going to have to tell the honest truth. And you're very nervous about that. But you're going to do it. The truth is you want to work on this. Okay? Wow. Cards on the table, Saggy. So what would you want to say to this Queen of Pentacles? I want you back because I know that we're meant to be together. You fell in love with this Queen of Pentacles, Sag. But you hid the fact that I think you were either hanging on to your money as a single guy. I don't really want to commit. I don't really want to get married because what if it doesn't work out? You were commitment phobic, or you might have been hiding another relationship. You are heading back towards this woman, Sag, because you simply can't forget her. Yeah, my biggest regret is that I did not fight for this love. You walked away, Sag, rather than putting in the effort. You may have been in a difficult mindset, a toxic mindset. Maybe you lost a lot of money before and you were just obsessed with hanging on to your cash. Maybe you were in a toxic relationship that you felt you couldn't get out of. Yeah, I'm letting go of old ways and leaving toxic people and situations behind. I want a better life for myself, a new beginning. Sag, you want to wipe the slate clean. You want to move towards this woman and have everything out on the table. You want to tell her the absolute truth, no holds barred, with the hope that she is going to take you back. So, Saggy, I'm not going to leave you hanging. Is she going to take you back? Six of Pentacles. Sag, if there was any sense that you're being a little bit, oh, I hate to say this, guys, miserly, right? Pretended you didn't have any money when actually you were sat on the Ten of Pentacles, you're going to need to sort that out. You're going to need to be a little bit more generous-hearted financially. If it's nothing to do with that, you may have been hiding a marriage, and this is her asking you, are you going to divorce? Are you going to divide the assets? What is she saying to you? Five of Cups. I was very upset. Why was she particularly upset? Okay, because Sag, you may have made out as if it was just sexual with her. She may be waiting for you to get more serious, waiting for you to propose, and you didn't, either because you were commitment phobic, you were more interested in building up your finances, or Sag, you were married to somebody else and you couldn't commit. What are you going to say to her? Nine of Pentacles, you're my woman. Pre-Empress, you're my woman. So, is she going to take you back? Justice. Okay, Sag, she will possibly take you back, but you have to go through a full divorce. And or she wants to get married. Okay, so if you were commitment phobic before, or if you were thinking, all right, I'm going to separate from my karmic partner and make it work with this woman, no. She's saying to you, she wants to get married. Okay, she wants to get married, Sag. It's kind of marriage or nothing. Okay, the world, yeah. She wants you to end your marriage if you're already married. Or she may say to you, I want to end this cycle that we've been in, maybe a toxic cycle of friends with benefits. I want to end that. I want to get hitched. Are you ready, Sag? What are you going to say to that, Sag? Okay, that's not really an answer. This is you saying, I do love you. Sag, you're going to have to be prepared to get married. You know? This is not a woman, after what this woman's been through, who's going to accept, well, let's just see how things go. No. No. What are you going to say, Sag? Ten of Cups. Okay, Sag. Now, this can be living together, long-term happiness, rather than the Ten of Pentacles, which is long-term commitment. But it could simply be, Sag, because that card has already come out here. I think what you're going to say to her is, I do love you. I do want to be with you. I do want to build a life with you. Maybe if it's relevant, if you're of the age, to start a family with you. You're trying to persuade her that you're serious. What's she going to say to that? You're saying, I really want to be with you. The Hierophant, Taurian energy. She could be a Taurus, Queen of Pentacles. Or a Libra. We've got most signs here, guys. She wants to get married. Sag? Okay. The Hierophant is no messing around. If you want to come back into my life, we're talking marriage. Not living together, not regularly dating, not seeing each other, as much as we can. No, we are dating for marriage. Are you ready, Sag? It's up to you. So, guys, we're now moving to the sign of Capricorn. So, my lovely Capricorns, here we go. I seem to be hitting a lot of masculine energy for this particular period of time. I could be hitting a lot of cross watchers. Interesting. So, Archangel Michael, may we have your messages, please, for the sign of Capricorn, masculine or feminine? What do we have for Capricorn, please? Friday, the 25th of April, 2025. I'm seeing somebody cross-legged. And they're humming, Okay, you may be in a yoga class, Cappy. You could be meditating a great deal right now. Breathing, vocals, yeah. Okay. Okay, guys, let's see what this is all about. Are you meeting someone in a yoga class? You could be, Cappy. Oh, Knight of Pentacles. Okay, this could be you. Magician. Gosh, you are powerful at this point of time. Are you trying to manifest long-term commitment? Are you meditating, sending up prayers to the universe? Send me my person, right? The Moon. You're doing this quietly, privately. Queen of Wands. You're sitting in fear, Capricorn. Or are you hiding a Queen of Wands? Okay, no, Cappy, I think I'm connecting. Guys, I'm sorry, I've got to say this. I think I'm connecting with a masculine who is afraid of manifesting a Queen of Wands who just wants a fling. I'm connecting with a masculine who is ready for commitment, serious commitment. Cappy is a masculine. Now, you could be sat in your feminine, right? This could be a same-sex connection. I think I'm dealing with a Capricorn who is really ready to get serious, really ready to find their life partner, to build with, to commit to create a wonderful future with. But you may have got caught up with very attractive, sexy women in the past, Cappy, who were just interested in just casual connections. I am dealing with a Capricorn, sat in a masculine, who is really wanting to find, I'm hearing a woman of substance, a woman that's worthy of committing to. I'm dealing with a Capricorn here who may have been heartbroken in the past. Two of Pentacles. You've been making a decision here, Capricorn, in your own mind about how to achieve locking down your perfect partner for you. It could even be, should I relocate, right? You know, I haven't met anyone in my area. Should I move to another area to find the one? Page of Pentacles. You may be thinking of approaching someone here, Cappy, who you may feel is a little bit on their own, perhaps potentially struggling a little bit. Why do I feel, Capricorn, you've met the wrong women? You've met women very sensual, they chase you, they're very sexual, they go for you, very beautiful, but almost too much sat in their masculine energy. Because the person that you seem to be moving towards, Capricorn, you almost feel as if you want to protect. You may see this person, you know, struggling in the job that they have, or this is someone who feels a little bit alone, a bit vulnerable. I feel I'm dealing with a masculine Capricorn who is approaching someone who they feel needs them. Capricorn, you may have a desire deep down to protect, to nurture, to love, to cherish someone who you feel would really need you. Rather than being with a woman who is sat in her masculine, taking charge, maybe quite dominating, maybe the sort of woman who has a lot of guys running after her. It's as if, no, I'm moving towards someone here that I feel would need me. I don't think this is any kind of psychological issues, Cappy. You're just going for a different type of woman. You're going for a completely different type of woman. It's really interesting. Yes, to make your wife. Yes, yes. Somebody who you feel you can trust. I'm dealing with a Capricorn masculine who has had their fair share of relationships with women they couldn't trust. Women who cheated on them, women who were only after them for what they could provide. You're steering away from women, Cappy, who are too dominating, who go to get what they want. You're afraid of meeting a woman like this again. And you've been contemplating reaching out to a woman that you feel you want to protect, you want to cherish, you want to nurture. Someone sitting in their feminine energy, someone who doesn't have ego issues, someone who is not difficult to cope with, difficult to deal with, a woman who isn't too strategic. You're going for a woman that you feel is your true empress. This is a very mature woman. She could be older than the women that you usually have gone for. This is someone wise. This is somebody very grounded. But this is also someone with a beautiful open heart. And you love the fact that this is someone honest and quite vulnerable, because there's no sense of fear with this woman. 8 of Cups, you're going on a journey, Capricorn, to meet this woman. You may have met her online, and you may be meeting her in person for the first time. Or Cappy, you are simply walking away from other options because what you're realizing is, I now know the type of woman I want to be with, the type of woman that is right for me. Yeah. 3 of Wands. And Cappy, she lives at a distance. You are making a change of your living circumstances to be with a woman that you feel is perfect for you. You're turning your back on Queen of Wands energies, who may have wanted to wear the pants, right? Who may have been too assertive for you, too dominating, too, I'm hearing bossy. Women who might have cheated on you, women who may have been almost too forward with you. You're moving towards someone softer, maybe a bit older, maybe even a bit older, Capricorn. Yes, because you know this is the sort of woman that you could build a stable life with. 9 of Wands. I think I'm dealing with a masculine who is simply ready to settle. You're looking for a really nice woman. I hate the word nice, but someone who has a kind heart, somebody compassionate, somebody sitting in the light, somebody who would never lie, somebody who'd never cheat on you, somebody who'd always be there for you. In return, you would be totally loyal. That's your mindset, Caps. You're not messing around with Queen of Wands anymore. You're not messing around with Queen of Wands energies anymore. You're fed up with it. Even though you're nervous, Capricorn, I think you're ready to get married. I do. I think you are a Capricorn masculine who is realizing, I'm ready to marry. But you are choosing a different type of woman. You're also choosing a woman, Capricorn, that you feel a deep spiritual connection with. That for you, I think, is very important. Underneath the deck, we have the 8 of Swords. You've been in your head about this. This is almost a wake-up call. Oh my God, well, maybe I've just been choosing the wrong types of women. Women who are glamorous, women who are very seductive, but you know what? They've all got issues. Or they seem to take control of the relationship and they don't let me be myself. They're too assertive, right? Yeah, the Devil. You've been in your head, Capricorn. You want a balanced relationship. You may be heading towards a Queen of Cups, or you may have found that a Queen of Wands you were attracted to was married. Okay, and you're thinking, no. The Fool. Cappy, you're going to take a leap of faith and a risk because you feel it would change your life. Scorpio energy. You've been looking at past mistakes, thinking, you know what, I have simply chosen the wrong types of women. You're looking at your future, Capricorn, and you're realizing the type of woman you want to end up with. And she is not sat in the Queen of Wands. You want to be with someone that you can be totally yourself with, and somebody who will fall in love with you and whom you would genuinely fall in love with. And she may be very different from the women that you dated previously. Yeah. So here we go, angel answers. What do we have for Cappy, please? Romance. Capricorn, you are ready to romance your future partner. Meditation brings answers. Yeah, I may be dealing with a masculine Cappy who does yoga. Yeah. Choose a new direction. Cappy, in meditation, what you've recognized is, I think you're veering down a different path. You may be either relocating or you may be heading towards a completely different type of woman. What else are the angels saying? Caps, this is a lovely reading. The situation will improve. Okay, you will find your happiness, Capricorn. You will find your happiness. Remain positive. I think I'm dealing with a Capricorn masculine who's had a bit of a rough ride, to be honest. Remain positive, Capricorn. Your situation will improve. And you will recover. I'm hearing with the love of your life. You will recover and meet the love of your life. Now, you may already know who that person is. We've got strong Taurus, Libra, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. The moon here is Cancer. I think you're veering away from Queen of Wands energies. We've got Taurian energy here. Libra with a Judgment card. You're on a quest, Capricorn, to lock down either a woman that you know is right for you, turning your back on a Queen of Wands, or Capricorn, you are relocating to meet your perfect person. You're going to jump into a brand new environment that you feel might offer you a much better social life where you feel you'll meet your person. Okay, beautiful, Capricorn. So guys, from here we're moving to the sign of Aquarius. Hello, Aquarius. How are you guys? Let's jump in and find out what might be happening, if I could speak, over the next few days. This could be a message coming through now for later on down the line. Happy Friday. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Aquarians? Thank you, Michael. What do we have for my lovely Aquarians? All right. Are you ready? Let's have a look, guys. Oh, sign's about to topple over. Okay. Ace of Swords. Oh, Aquarius, you are cutting something out. You are moving forward into a new cycle because you know the truth. Queen of Swords. Okay, Aqua, dealing with a feminine who has spoken her truth and is walking away from a situation. Wow. Yeah, making a serious judgment call to walk away from someone. Yeah. Someone here, Aquarius, is facing Judgment Day. They may have known they did you wrong, or they may have known that they didn't act with integrity. Male or female, guys, you know. And Aquarius, you are standing your ground. The Hangman, you see things very clearly. What you're realizing now is, Aquarius, you've been self-sacrificing. You've been self-sacrificing. Knight of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Okay, Aqua. I think someone's recognizing that you've been self-sacrificing. Could be an earth sign. But whoever this person is coming in to try and make things right. They're coming in to make things right. King of Swords. Okay, this is someone taking action. They could be speaking to a lawyer to make something right. It could be even financially. This might have related to the past, or this might have related to children. 5 of Wands, there was a lot of conflict in the situation, Aquarius. You might have felt left out in the cold, or this person may have been strategic with money and might have left you in a very difficult situation financially. What you don't see coming, Aquarius, is a lot of financial stability. This is someone who's doing a huge 180 to make it right. Yeah, they're working on bringing you justice, Aquarius. Wow. Now, you could have been in a situation, Aquarius, where you fell pregnant. The guy was married. He might have given you a tiny amount of child support, but it might have left you on the breadline. Or he may have said to you, I'm not willing to leave my wife to marry you. This is a massive turnaround. This is him moving towards you to say, I want to be with you and our child. I'm so sorry for sitting on the fence. I'm so sorry for causing you stress. I'm sorry I left you out in the cold. I'm working on committing to you. This could be, Aquarius, a family dynamic. It might be that whoever this King of Swords was made sure that other members of his family were financially taken care of, but disregarded you. It might be that you realized what was going on and called this person out. It might be he felt he could get away with this because you lived at a distance. And this is him looking back thinking, okay, I've got to make this right. Even if it's going to cause me financial loss, I've got to make this right. Guys, underneath the deck, we have the 7 of Pentacles. So whoever this masculine is, now Aquarius, you could be an Aquarian masculine, okay, who was making things right with this Queen of Swords. You could be a feminine Queen of Swords who realized that someone here was strategic. But 7 of Pentacles, whoever was strategic in the mix, has been looking at past mistakes, feeling really guilty with the 5 of Cups for sitting in overindulgence or overindulging others or someone else. 3 of Wands. I think you two have been at a distance. I think this guy felt really burdened, realizing, Aqua, that maybe you were sat in stress, if you're the feminine energy. I feel this person's coming in either to say, I love you, I want to be with you, or if this is a family dynamic, I'm so sorry, I do care about you, I'm going to help you financially. I think this guy is manifesting Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini, peace and calm with temperance in the situation by either committing to you, Aquarius, or with the King of Pentacles, making something right financially. There could be a proposal in the future, or it could well be this guy is enabling you to purchase a property. Whatever's going to be happening here, Aqua, 6 of Swords, you're going to be moving to calmer waters. Okay, so either this guy is doing the right thing financially. If you were struggling, you're not going to be for very much longer. Or this guy is moving towards you to say, I want to commit. Let's do this, right? Beautiful. Let's get some messages from the lighted pathway. Here we go, Aqua. Do we have any further information? That card jumped. And this one. Okay, so Aqua, within 6 months, I think this guy is going to be putting in the effort. So you're going to be putting in the effort. Or if you're a feminine Aquarius, this guy is going to be somehow making it right with you. I don't think it's yet, though. More time is needed. They are reiterating it's not going to be for another 6 months. I don't know why. It may be if this guy needs to get out of a marriage, he's going to need 6 months to do it. Or if this guy is working on finances, he needs the time in order to sort out the money. Time to move on. Okay. I think, Aquarius, this might have been him realizing that unless he did something drastic here you would actually move on and break contact. So whether or not this is a family dynamic, whether or not you said to this guy, okay, unless you leave your wife, unless you leave your partner, I'm heading in a different direction. This guy has got the wake-up call that this is really serious. He's going to be putting in the effort. But Aqua, hang on in there for about 6 months from now, and I think you'll see a massive change, okay? So we may be looking at this all coming to pass around about October time. Let's move to the last sign of Pisces. Okay, my gorgeous Pisces, last but not least, let's find out what the next few days are going to bring. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Pisces, please? Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, masculine or feminine? What can Pisces expect, please, in the next few days? Could be a message coming through for later on, Pisces, as you may know. I'm hearing someone say rolling their sleeves up. You might be delving into a task. You could be getting your head down, somehow working. You're rolling your sleeves up, Pisces, okay? That wants to be seen. Ooh, Ace of Wands. You're rolling your sleeves up because you've got a passionate new start. Okay. All right, let's see. The Emperor. Wow. Pisces, you may be communicating with an older masculine, the head of a company, an Aries, your father, King of Wands. Okay, Pisces, you may be connecting with a fire sign here who's taking action. Knight of Swords. There's a little bit of testy energy between you two about the past. Okay. And about the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, Pisces. Either, Pisces, you have an Emperor coming in who may have been very attracted to you but caused you a lot of stress in the past because he was married. He may be approaching you again. You may be on your guard. Or Pisces, this could be something to do with a boss who may want you to carry out more work for him, but you're angry because you might not have been paid what you were due in the past. Basically, what you may be saying to your boss is, well, I'm okay. Basically, what you might be saying to a boss is, well, you know what, I'm happy to do the work, but you haven't paid me for the last amount of work that I did. Where's the money? Could be that. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, whoever this Emperor is, Pisces, either left you strapped for cash, might not have paid you, or may have been a little bit manipulative in the past. Or Pisces, this is someone who left you in a difficult situation in the past that you were angry about. Ten of Cups. Okay, this is not about career, guys. This is about love. Now, this could be someone, Pisces, who wants to be with you, but you're convinced they're still married. Or this is someone, Pisces, who could be your father or an older masculine, could be your grandfather. It might be this is somebody who's wanting to help you financially now when they didn't help you before. It might be they want to mend a family dynamic because they recognized, Pisces, whoever they are, that you were sitting feeling stressed. Empress. Now, guys, we do have an Emperor and an Empress. So, Pisces, you could be hearing from your parents that they're going to help you out financially. Or, Pisces, you could be a guy realizing that you're actually on the twin flame journey, realizing you're the divine masculine, and you are wanting to be with a woman that you feel is your true divine feminine. So, Pisces, make sure you're doing this right. if you're a masculine, you know, if you're feeling left out in the cold from a marriage, for instance, you may be feeling burdened in approaching the woman you feel is your true divine feminine, wanting to sit in the 10 of Cups because she may call you out. I'm not going to be living with you if you're still married to another woman, you know? Yeah. The 3 of Wands, what you should know, Pisces, whatever situation you're in, your ship will come in. This will work out. There will be change. And you will feel as if doors are flying open left, right, and centre. Either what you're realising is this is someone who really wants to be with you, or you're realising your parents are helping you out financially. They didn't do it in the past. For some reason, they didn't do it in the past for some reason, and they are now doing that. 9 of Wands. I feel, Pisces, it's come at just at the time where you were beginning to give up, where you were beginning to feel, I just can't do this anymore. Either waiting for a guy who would never leave his wife, or waiting for your family to step up and do the right thing. Whoever felt guilty is now taking action, okay? Yeah, 4 of Pentacles. Because Pisces, you've been holding back from your parents, or you've been holding back from this guy. You may also have been struggling financially, clutching hold of 4 Pentacles. How am I going to survive? Yeah. Pisces, you're going to be sat in a lot of happiness and fulfillment, finally. Either this guy is doing the right thing, moving towards you, and this is you thinking, at last, wonderful, or there's going to be a boost to your finances, Pisces, which is going to be totally unexpected. So, underneath the deck, okay, you were betrayed somehow in the past, and you may have had to stand your ground. I think, Pisces, you tried to move on away from the situation to heal, but you sat in your head feeling really isolated, or you might have been in your head about a Virgo, either at a distance, or you were ready to turn your back on a dynamic here. You may have said to someone, or even your parents, okay, this is it. I was mistreated. I was left out in the cold. This might have really, really upset you. There may have been no good reason, or there may have been a reason that someone was keeping quiet about. Everything is set to change. What you're manifesting, Pisces, is either coming into union with your true divine twin, or you're manifesting an apology from someone, and someone saying to you, we're doing the right thing, or I am doing the right thing. This is either about money or somebody, Pisces, who wants to commit. Okay? Wow. So, messages from the angels, guys. What do we have from the angels for Pisces? Thank you, Michael. Recovery. Yeah. Whatever this is, Pisces, you're either able to recover a situation, or you are able to recover your financial stability. You're going to be fine. Sit in the energy of forgiveness when this happens. It may be you're still going to feel, but it shouldn't have happened in the past. Try and push that out of the way and sit in forgiveness. All right. Yeah, because your situation will improve. You're going to be fine. Okay? The angels are around you. Listen to your intuition, Pisces. You know this is not the end of the story. You know, in the near future, okay, in the near future, Pisces, there will be success. So whether or not, Pisces, this is your person moving towards you to say, okay, I'm ready to be with you now, or whether or not this is a family dynamic and your parents pulling together to give you what you should have had in the past, maybe, all right, there will be a sense of success. Beautiful. And an apology. So guys, I am leaving it there. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Take care of you. Have a wonderful weekend. And I'll be back before you know it with your next set of readings. See you soon. Bye guys.